Hey everyone, welcome back to SnowRunner. Now the original video that I made on this was a short video just kind of reviewing it. I wanted to make something quick, but it actually took me like probably 20 hours to make that video. It doesn't seem like it, but a lot of that time was playing the game. Anyways, I really enjoy this game and so I wanted to play more of it. Specifically, what I did was I decided to save the entire Russian portion of the game for a video series that this is a bit of a pilot for. I want to see if people are interested, and I want to see if this is something that you want me to actually do. Because if people don't watch it, there's kind of no point in making it. But anyway, so you can see here that I have nothing done in Taymyr. I think that's how you say that. I've got about 14 hours in the game, and most of that time has been spent in Michigan, some of that time in Alaska, none of it here. So I don't even have the map really well fleshed out at all. I've got basically nothing on here. So I wanted to start on this map to try and do the tasks that are on it, and then we can see how far we get. This game is really slow, so it's probably going to take me an episode to do just one thing, and probably even some of them will have zero success at all, just because we'll get stuck or something at the end of it and I'll have to call it. That being said, I'm not starting from the very beginning. Just let me quickly recover here. I do have a few trucks that we can get going with. I have the Scout 800 with a couple of different upgrades on it, including mud tires. This is my main heavy-duty vehicle. It's the only big truck I have. And then I also have the CK 1500, as most people do. And I also have the DLC Con Marshal. Now this Con Marshal comes with the Seasons Pass, and it's pretty OP. It is really strong off-road, much better than the CK 1500, especially because you get this right away if you buy the Seasons Pass. So if you want to do stuff fast, then you gotta use this one. But I'm going to, for the sake of this series, try not to use it too much. I'll be using the Scout and the CK 1500 for most things. I do have 70 grand in the bank, and I could buy potentially a couple more vehicles, but what I want to do instead is just kind of work up to being able to buy an off-road vehicle. Like I have a heavy-duty one already, that's this one here, but I want to be able to buy one of these so that we can actually work off-road, and there are quite a few of them that are kind of locked in Russia as well, so this is a good time to get these things moving. Some of them as well, like this APC, are apparently out in the wilderness somewhere, so I'm kind of interested to find it. Yeah, I'm pretty excited actually to try this and see what we can do. So starting off with this episode, I think the first thing I want to do is just kind of take a drive. I want to discover some quests. We're probably just going to go ahead and try to get this watchtower up here, but we'll just generally go in that direction and see what's over on this side of the map. This is a large area, so it would be great if we could get that watchtower. So a couple of things about this series that I want to try to do. I'm going to be recovering vehicles if I get stuck. I know that some people don't do that, but the main reason that I'm going to be thinking that way is just because this is a video series and I want to make sure that it goes by at least at a relatively quick pace. I don't want to spend like 5 episodes trying to rescue one truck. So we'll recover if we need to. I'm not going to do it unnecessarily, but if the time comes when something gets really stuck, then I'll have to do it. I also think I'm going to skip night, just because I don't think it's going to show up too well on YouTube. For some reason, YouTube does not cope too well with darkness in games, so I'll be cutting that out, otherwise things will get fuzzy. But yeah, let's start off going in the mud here, and we'll try to make use of this thing. Now this is my best off-road vehicle by a long shot. The diffs are automatically always locked, all-wheel drive engaged, and it has the SnowRunner gearbox, so we have the option to go high, low, and low, low. But yeah, this thing is a bit of a beast off-road. Not as good as the Con, just because the Con has ridiculous tires on it, but yeah, we can still work with this. It's the perfect Scout for me, although I really do want to get that APC. That thing looks really sweet. You know what this game is really missing though, is tracks. It would be great to have some tracked vehicles, or like half tracks and stuff like that. I don't know if that's actually possible in the engine, but those things would be OP as heck. So I'm going into low range, but I'm going into low high so we can get over this mound. And then as it starts to get darker, I'll just kind of skip to the daytime. Okay, so we're coming upon a section that is looking pretty rough. This is not something you would want to drive a long vehicle down because you'd end up getting beached. This Scout is pretty much fine for this, and this is kind of the purpose of the Scouts. We're doing this just to make sure that we can actually traverse these methods. Okay, what I'm going to do is kind of continue down Oh, you know what? I probably should have taken a straight cut here, but I'll continue down and maybe try and make it to the sawmill. There's probably a road from there that'll lead us down to the watchtower. Now, admittedly, I'm probably not going to accomplish too much in this video, because I'm just kind of scouting ahead. This is kind of the stuff that has to happen in this game. If you don't scout ahead, you're just going to get stuck. Okay, I'm mildly stuck in the water, as I was just saying that I was about to get stuck. We're going to try not to break this tree. We'll just kind of give it a little bit of a pull, but nothing too crazy. And okay, we're out. So I actually tried to record this video once already, and then the game updated, so it crashed, and then my computer crashed as well, so I'm hoping that that doesn't happen again this time. We can hope for the best. Oh, never mind, that does not look like the best right there, and the road is leading that way. Okay, so we have two options. We either go down into the swamp, or we take a right and go uphill off-road. Neither of these are good options, admittedly, but I'm hopeful. The Scout does have a few things going for it, specifically the fact that it has an extended winch, so we can hit the trees on the edge of this cliff area. And yeah, off-road ability with these big tires is also good. It does have the upgraded engine as well. I think it's just a mid-tier. I'm really hoping to be able to put everything that we can into this until I end up selling it like I did 2 vehicles to get that 70 grand. Basically, I sold my original highway truck and I sold a top kick that I found in order to make that much money. I haven't been farming quests or something like that. I don't have that much patience. Okay, so I skipped to the afternoon and we're finally reaching that little point that I put on the map. It has taken a while, and my goodness, that does not look like a good drop for us. I'm going to try to go around it. Ooh, don't roll. Things are getting a little bit wet here, and I'm a little worried because this thing doesn't have a snorkel. You know, situations like this call for, I don't know, the winch. That's pretty much it. Okay, we're kind of on the edge of the water, but if we continue on left, we'll probably hit the sawmill, and that is what I'd like to do. Like, I don't think I have any big trucks that could make it through this empty, let alone with a full load, so this is a pretty important thing that we go and check it first with the Scout. Okay, never mind, we're slightly into the damaging areas. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go all around on the left, because that seems to be the best way to do it, and thankfully we can reverse at least a little bit. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Winch to that tree, take a hard left, and then pull on up here, and then we'll be fine. Kind of cheating, but at the same time, screw that water. I don't want to get stuck in there, especially not without a snorkel. Well, we're on half fuel and we haven't made it to the sawmill yet, but I am kind of interested to see if we can get there. Like I said before, none of my heavy trucks are going to be able to make it through this, although saying that I only have one, so there's only one option. Oh, there's something hidden over there. Interesting. That looks like a free vehicle to me. Should we divert the course and go get that and add it to our garage? Or should we continue on? You know what? I think for the sake of this video being interesting, let's go try and rescue that. I'm not sure if this is going to be a free vehicle or if it's a mission vehicle, but if it's a mission vehicle, then I've kind of screwed this. You know what, hold on. Let's go to the sawmill and then we'll come back. That'll be a bit more interesting. Oh, I'm looking at that thing. I want it. Looks like another Scout though. We don't need any more Scouts. We need heavy duty trucks and I want to get them for free. I'm just kidding. That's why I have all that money. I'm trying to save it up to buy one of those off-road vehicles. Although I don't even know which one to buy yet, because I don't know which ones you can find out in the world. Either way, if we find one and I already have one, I'll just sell it. Don't need two, unless I'm going to be upgrading them both. Okay, so the game is making things not exactly easy here by having a giant area with no trees and also water and mud, as you would suspect. Dun da da, look at that. That looks like a sawmill to me. Looks like we might have made it all the way over here, and hopefully we can discover this location. Having it on the map is good, and then just having the route to it is also good. Plus we can see if there's anything hanging around here, like trailers and stuff, that could potentially be sold or potentially be used. I don't know. We might end up selling something. And there we go. We made it all the way to the sawmill. And I think I'm about to discover it, but this is a mud pit sawmill, goodness. Okay, now that my quest here is complete, we can either move forward or go back and attempt to rescue that vehicle. And I really think we should go and try and save it. I think that could be a lot of fun. So we're on half fuel right now, actually like a quarter fuel. The Scout does not have a lot of fuel. Let's go ahead, try anyway, see if we can just get this thing before we run out of gas. That is the beauty of being able to recover, because if I run out of fuel, I'll just recover this instead of attempting to save it, because there's probably no way I'm going to be able to save it if it's way out in the swamp somewhere. Oh boy, I just realized I'm an idiot and I took a wrong turn. Thank you, long winch. Oh, pulling down trees like there's nothing. And now there literally is nothing, and I'm stuck right outside the sawmill. Oh goodness, I'm a complete idiot. Well, I think we're gonna have to recover and then come back for it, but that's fine. We'll come back with more fuel, and then we'll be able to get that truck out of the muck, hopefully. Okay, I'm a complete idiot. I attempted to get over there a little bit too quickly, and now I feel dumb. Let me try that again. Okay, so I've made it back after a considerable amount of time. I think that was almost 10 minutes to get back here, but let's go ahead and attempt to get this vehicle. We'll find out very quickly if this is a mission or if it is a vehicle that we can actually just pick up for free. What I think I'm going to do is attempt to circle it on the outside, just because that'll give us the option to actually winch onto these trees. If I tried to go right up the middle there, I'm going to get stuck and then have to do this all over again. So we got to take things a little bit easier and try not to flip over again. Okay, that being said, I'm going to go into low range, high gear, low range. This seems to be some pretty thick mud here, although it doesn't seem to be too bad. Oh no. Oh man. Okay, so it's just a mission, but at least we'll be picking it up and we know that it's here. I was hoping for a free vehicle, but unfortunately not. Okay, as you would suspect, it's out of fuel and it's currently just kind of stuck here. But this one is definitely part of a mission, so I don't think we can just kind of claim it for ourselves as I'd like to, although that would be pretty fun. You know, sometimes you just have to really grind it out, move at like negative kilometers an hour, and hope that you can somehow make it through in the lowest possible gear and then not run out of fuel. All I need to do is get into that little box over there, that's it. And you know what, I think I might have killed this other vehicle here, as it's pretty deep in the water, and I'm probably not going to make it over there. So let's recover and set for ourselves a new objective. Okay, this objective is a little bit easier. Basically, I'm just going to drive around the city area that we have, because I haven't discovered anything around here, and I think there might be some sort of camp back here. Maybe a warehouse or something like that. I don't recognize the layout of it. Oh, okay, so there is something, and there is a free trailer here as well. I might be able to bring that back and sell it. That would be an interesting thing to do, actually. Oh, that is a huge trailer, though. Goodness. That might be a special one, I'm not sure. So I was thinking as well, on the lines of selling trailers, there are a few that are just hanging around in Michigan that I might go back and sell, just to help the series move along a little bit. I could buy those and then potentially just sell them, and then we could buy a big truck to work with. That might help things out a touch, so I'll see what I can do with that era. Oh, hold on, what's this? I might have just found... Oh no, it's just a contract. And that looks like a trailer there too. It was a physics object. I don't know if it actually is one though. Okay, so I found another task. This one is a... well, trying to find some bricks, or find somebody. I didn't actually read it. Something about bricks, something about somebody lost. Who cares? Okay, so here's my new plan. Instead of just using this International Scout for the entire time, let's switch over to the Chevy, and you can see what that thing is like. It is quite a bit more powerful and therefore quite a lot faster. I have given it repair pieces because I kept breaking it, so it does have a lift, it does have mud tires of a very large size, a snorkel, the best engine you can get from what I can tell, at least the most powerful, and it's still not that great off-road. Although I did get the diff locks, which does help quite a bit. Okay, so I know that this kind of area here, it seems to just be a road, and nothing else too interesting. What if we tried to get up to one of these towers? I basically just want to get as much of the map mapped out as I can in preparation for us actually doing stuff, because when we start actually moving and trying to move crates and stuff around, we need to pick an optimal route to do so. So let's just go exploring again. This episode, I don't think anything's going to actually get moved, unfortunately. So yeah, this truck is quite a bit faster than the other one, and you can see here on the road as we drive along, I can really move with it, which is almost not a good thing because it just means you can get into trouble like that and like that really easily. All these logs on the road here, this is not a clean road in the slightest. but at least there is a road. That's a good thing for this game. Very rare. So basically what we're hunting for are free vehicles, as always, and potentially some other areas that we can go to. I think I'm actually going to take a right here and sort of head towards this tower, because if we can get the tower, we can kind of see where everything is in that area, which would be good for us for sure. Now, I'm not sure if I've actually tested this with its current setup. These off-road tires are pretty beastly, plus all-wheel drive, plus diff locks. I'm hoping that it's better than it used to be, because this thing is not good off-road, at least in comparison to the Scout, when you first get it. Okay, immediately we're in the mud really deep here. Keep in mind that this thing is jacked up, so this is really deep stuff. I don't think you'd actually want to take any heavy trucks on here either. My impression of the Russian landscape so far is that it's kind of like Michigan, only there's a lot more grass, which is nice. Fills it out a little bit more. And then I haven't had any rain cycles yet either, so I don't know if that's just a Michigan thing. But I do also like the Alaska map that it has. I think that's the only snow one so far. Oh yeah, I should mention, I think this one only has the balanced transmission. I don't have the other options for low gears, so we just have low and then diff locks, and then that's pretty much as good as we can get in terms of off-road crawling capabilities. Okay, so this road here is looking pretty interesting. There's kind of a... oh, there's a bridge. If you can call that a bridge. I don't think you'd actually want to put much weight on that, but I'll take it. And another bridge up here, although they just seem to be covering up some large dips, and that's pretty much it. Okay, never mind. Please roll all the way over. Oh man. See, this is what you get when you go too fast, because now I'm kind of just stuck. And the engine is stalled, so I can't roll myself over because my winch doesn't work. It's the full gambit of pain. So that time we managed to make it to here, and the tower is well over there, so I'm going to say that that was not very successful. I'm going to try to go over this way this time, and we'll see what is located over there. Alright, so we made it to the bridge. I've just been cruising along at a pretty significant speed, because again, this truck is surprisingly fast with the upgraded engine and with not much else on it. The cargo actually does slow you down quite a bit, having this repair stuff in the back, so it is a bit of a trade-off. However, we are able to go pretty fast regardless. I think what I'm going to do now is just kind of cruise down the road. That was a two-wheel moment there, by the way. But I'm going to cruise down the road, try to avoid taking too much suspension damage, and hope that I can make it to... I think there's a swamp at the end of this, if I remember correctly from my previous attempt at this video. Oh, there's something over there, though. Interesting. We maybe should go and see what that is, because it's probably going to be something we need to deliver things to, so if we can get it on the map, that would be good. That'll help us out in the long run. Okay, this is already pretty thick stuff, and driving like this is not helping. Having a super powerful engine is great for crawling because it gives us a lot of torque, but it unfortunately also means that in the mud we really kick up the mud, and then we dig holes really easily, so it's almost not a good thing. No winch points, and we're cruising here, diffs locked, low range. It's going to be a really slow go for the next while. Goodness, well, let's hope we can get over there. That would be great. It seems like I might be woefully underprepared for this map, but that just gives it a bit more of a challenge. I guess I might have to go and farm some cash so we can buy an off-road truck in the other maps, otherwise things might not go well here. Just as I think I've got it, I fall back into the mud. But thankfully we are moving along thanks to these dead trees on the sides. Without them, I probably would not be able to make it. And I'm very much questioning why this warehouse, or whatever it happens to be, did not extend that concrete block area, because my goodness, how can anybody get to your area, your factory, your warehouse, whatever it happens to be, without a proper road? Yeah, okay, we made it, thank goodness. Oh, it's no better in here, wow. Not better at all. But there is a free trailer right there, from the looks of things. Hey, trailer discovered. Yep, that's a free trailer right there, so we can sell that if we need to. And there is something else here as well. I kind of want to drive on that, and this as well. I don't know what they're for, but this actually doesn't seem to be a loading location. It just seems to be a free trailer drop-off point, and also a warehouse of some kind, but not one that can load up things. I'm sure that this is going to be useful at some point in the future. Okay, that's super cool. These are actually usable, but also very dangerous because I could definitely fall off of here at any point. That being said, oh, that's why I'm kind of just hovering above. Yeah, I'm not sure that that's the effect that they wanted here. Yeah, I think floating on here is not really their intended thing, but it's fine by me. This is pretty cool. You don't get to go on road and sort of crawling at the same time in this game. It just doesn't happen. But I think that's good for this episode. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, this is just a pilot. It's just see what you think about this and let me know what you want to see type video. So let me know what you want to see. If this is something that's interesting to you, then I'll continue on with it. If not, that's okay. I've got some other ideas for games that I want to play. Specifically, I've got Dirt 4, or wait, yeah, Dirt 4 is what it is, as a potential playthrough game as well. Having played through the third one on this channel many moons ago, I want to see what I can do with my higher quality setup and hopefully better editing this time around, and better microphone as well. That would be a good thing. But yeah, before we trek back off into the mud here, I think it's a good time to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Well, as I'm recording this, I'm now looking at my channel analytics, and I just hit 30k. Thank you, everybody. So this channel is supported by viewers like you, and specifically Canadian Steel Overlord, Dr. Ivo, That Rice Explorer, QT Bear, Terry Williams, The Most Random Person, Sick D Cars and Stuff, Boris Ramirez, Daniel, and Jacob. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate you guys a lot, and I'll see you guys again next episode.